People often look for a cure to grief. I like this quote by Earl Groman, an internationally renowned bereavement counselor. The only cure for grief is to grieve. Closure is a buzzword that is used in everyday language. She wants closure on something. And how does it affect well-being? Closure. Defined, closure is the act of closing, the state of being closed, bringing to an end and conclusion. And I think it really means I'm not in pain anymore. I'm not experiencing this awful feeling, this lack of motivation, this hopelessness, this fear, that this all goes away and I'm going to be happy. And so it raises the question when we talk about closure so much of do you think there is an end? Is there a conclusion to grief? Is closure possible? What is your definition of closure? In the context of loss and grief, does closure make the pain go away, and does it allow you the ability to move on? In murder trials and cases where families of victims that are the victims of murder crimes come to the courthouse and they hear the sentencing of the person got caught who was the perpetrator of the crime. And you'll often hear this. Let us think of his family and his parents, and hopefully today they have achieved some measure of closure. So this word is often used in that kind of context. And how do the victims' families feel in hearing that? Like, is there closure? So we acknowledge, assess, assist to come to terms with the new normal. When you experience loss of any kind, there's been a change, a major, significant change, significant by the impact it makes. So we have to come to terms with this, calling it the new normal. This quote may be helpful by Dr. Edward Cregan, an oncologist from the Mayo Clinic. Remember that time helps, but it might not cure. Time has the ability to make that acute, searing pain of loss less intense and to make your red-hot emotions less painful. But your feelings of loss and emptiness might never completely go away. Accepting and embracing your new normal might help to reconcile your losses. Self-monitoring with self-awareness. Empower yourself. See for yourself. Rather than seeking closure, how about if you allow yourself to face the loss? How about if you allow yourself to process the grief? Instead, seek support, to connection and assistance. Reaching out and seeking help is a strength, not a weakness. Acknowledge, assess, assist. Thank you.